Murkmire's around.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
good.
it's like an hour or so away.
Yeah, it's like
and see, I'm not wanting it that much to drive there. Now, with the Waffle House.
Doesn't look like I've done everything on my character sheet.
You're ready, man. You're ready.
Okay, I'm sorry for asking so many questions.
No. This is tough, man. This is tough. We got to get everything ready. And if we're not ready, we'll figure it out as we go. Right, we play by the...
I grew up on a Gulf
Play
Coast.
like how we feel.
Amen.
Right next to it. The casino I went to was in Biloxi. I grew up, you had to go like north of Biloxi, a little east, but I mean west. But it was kind of a little place called Stoker. We had like 700 people.
Yeah.
And it took about from my house there to the beach to get to Gulfport, which is right next to Biloxi. Straight down the highway, it took about 30 to 45 minutes depending on traffic. Or more like 45.
There's not much part, you know, of you see Mississippi on the Gulf Coast there. It's only a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you got Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, then Louisiana, right?
Yeah, it's Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Mexico, Arizona, us.
I went to Louisiana a few times. Louisiana's got great.
I love Louisiana. I used to be in New Orleans in like
It's
70.
Strangely enough, I've never been to New Orleans, but I've been to like a lot of other parts of Louisiana. I love Baton Rouge.
You've been to Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I've been to Baton Rouge, and I love Baton Rouge.
I used to go there. We go to New Orleans more, but I'd go with a cousin of mine. We go watch LSU baseball.
Yeah, I went to LSU football. So
I've never been to football, but we went to baseball a lot.
I went to baseball too.
It was back in the 90s when they were really good. They were like the elite program in the 90s, so we'd go and watch them all the
I
time.
think they're still elite. I think they still get all the
Yeah, they still do good. It's just, back then it seemed like...
LSU, baseball,
Yeah.
they're number one in the nation right now.
Yeah, see? Like they're just... I cheer for Ole Miss, considering it's a... I cheer for Ole Miss, even though I never went there or anything, because it's Mississippi, so I'm like, but... My wife now works...
You could be a Bulldog.
Yeah, I don't like Mississippi State. Most of my family likes them, so I'm like, eh. But my wife works at UTI, or UCI now.
UCI.
So I'm like, I'll pay my bills. I'm gonna cheer for.
Have you been to any of their baseball games?
No, but I want to.
So good.
And they're so
It's so good.
I want to go
It's
so
like a
bad.
family thing. My buddy Will just hit me up on the way here. He and I are trying to get a trip to go see the baseball. It's nothing. It's like $5.
Well, and they have snacks.
They got
They have a full
UCI
snack bar.
baseball.
It's so good.
UC Irvine.
Yeah.
Irvine.
We went
It's
to a...
unbelievably
It's
good.
unbelievably
Parking
good.
is almost free. I think
it
parking is
on
like
campus?
$5. On the
It's right off
backside,
University.
on the backside of the sports field. You know where the aquatic center is?
How much is beer?
I don't know if they have beer.
I don't think they serve.
I don't think they
It's a
have
college
beer.
campus.
Oh.
They serve beer on campus. There's a pub.
They do?
There it is. There is a pub, but I don't think they serve it at the games. I don't remember.
That's an interesting thing. I'll ask my friends.
That's
I have never gone.
It makes baseball more fun.
We went to an Angels game because of them, if I remember correctly. They had like this thing.
Oh yeah.
We went to an Angels game.
My wife gets cheap tickets to local stuff sometimes just because she's a staff member, and we got to go to an Angels game and get decent field for like $30 a piece. We weren't even in the nosebleed. We were like middle section, and we got to see Shohei play.
He hit a home run.
Yep, we got to see Shohei hit a home run. That was pretty cool.
Fucking awesome.
Trout was out though because he was hurt, which sucked. But
we still got to see Steve Shohei.
yeah,
It was really cool. I want to go back again.
yeah,
Oh, Tony.
yeah.
Fucking awesome, man.
So I'll let you know. They serve beer. I've never been. I'm trying to plan with my friend Will to go.
Yeah, I want to go. I told my wife if she sees tickets or like we should just go one day. Like,
I too wish to go.
Dude, UCI
Baseball's my
basketball is also intense, and that I think is free.
I actually watched
I don't
them.
even think you have to pay for.
I actually watched them on ESPN3. They were on the other day, so I watched the game because I'm like, y'all pay my bills. Let's go
You
UCI.
need to do. Wait, how do they do it? Zot zot.
Yeah, dot. It's
Zot
free
zot
supposedly.
zot. Zot zot zot.
Zot.
Well, they've got a Zot guy in a suit that runs around the basketball. I mean, it's like the whole thing.
And it's not hook 'em horns.
No,
This is
it's
Texas.
It's this.
Zot 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 zot.
It's
And
in.
then how do they do it? TCU. They do something weird too because they're the horn frogs.
Yeah, so they do something like that.
Yeah,
or
they do something like that or something.
Then, if you're any other Texas team and you hate Texas, you do the horns down.
I work with. I work with a guy from Austin, and he's a big fan.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Alright.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
Ready to get started?
Think so.
I think so.
What would be a good language to take?
I chose Elvin.
Yeah, I did too. Maybe we shouldn't all be Elvis though.
Well, You could actually talk amongst yourselves, you know.
Yeah, but we can talk amongst ourselves in Common, Elven, and now Thieves can't. But I'm saying for everybody else, it'd be good to know if... Like, what language did you take?
Spanish.
No, I meant the game.
I was waiting. So I took Elven, I took Orc, I took Celestial, and I clearly have Paladin.
Wow, you get a lot.
Yeah, being an acolyte and growing up in the monastery, language was very much encouraged.
You had to make
They
sure
taught
that
about it. They wanted us to learn a lot of languages.
you had to make sure everyone that spoke many different languages followed the right god.
Exactly, and I could prophesize my god, and my god is I forgot how to do it.
After all that prophesizing, you don't even know his name.
He hasn't done a lot of prophecy. He hasn't done, not as much.
He's lying. He's lying.
He's done
Okay,
some, but
Joel
really,
Eston or whatever his name is.
he's been hanging out with Julie Newmar way too much, and been getting, he's drifted a long way from his religious
Julie is
foundation.
great.
College,
I'm a fan
college
of
has been
Julie.
very distracting to the spiritual path.
Tell me.
All right, we're not dancing anymore. That's not going to be a thing.
So
You got him started. This is not okay.
That's
I
our,
worship Zoltek.
that, after we have a,
Zoltek?
that's what we gotta do. After every successful heist, we bust out the...
Zoltek.
Who's Zoltek? Who the hell
Have you
is
seen,
that?
What do you mean? Who
oh, come on.
The most powerful, best god ever. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Have you seen...
What is he the god of?
Yes.
Cool.
Why are you keeping them
Have you seen Dudes Where My Car?
Yes.
Zoltek is Zoltan? You can do
Yeah,
that all the
Zoltan.
time. Zoltan.
What is
Zoltek.
Zoltek the god of?
Tabaxi, right? That's what
It's one of the Tabaxi gods.
How many gods do we have?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have been in town. You came
He is the
through-
god of war, violence, and Hishna magic.
Why can't we have a god of
Hishna
cunning?
magic.
Hishna magic.
Also known as the bringer of war, eater of hearts,
Zoltek.
bloodthirsty Tabaxi god.
This character's kind of taking a dark turn here, right?
Do you want another one? I can.
You can change God every week if you want, but I mean, this was not really unexpected for the academic cat.
What's the god of cunning for Tabaxi?
So the other one was the bloodthirsty god of the sun. So I mean, the options here are
You have one that wants to eat your heart and one that wants to drink your blood. Take your pick.
god of the animals. I don't think that really would fit though. Like the animal god, like the generalized Azul, god of rain and water. Yeah,
Azul.
I could do Azul. You know,
You are Feather on the River.
Which...
Zul.
but no,
That means
There is no...
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I would say there is no...
Azul, not Zul.
So like blue in Spanish? Azul?
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly.
Spanish speaker over there?
No, but no, it's Zoltek.
Your god is
Zoltek.
blue.
So,
Zoltek.
so as you know,
It's the Blue
you've recently graduated, Brian, and no one from your family came to your
Order, of
graduation.
course, my monks.
In fact,
you mean
most-
my order?
no.
the other monks.
The other monks of
Father Superior?
Zoltek, your behavior in college has really isolated you from a lot of your spiritual
You
brothers.
shouldn't have gone to all those
They
parties,
sent you to
man.
the big city to continue your education and to develop in your spiritual wisdom, but you've become much too of the world. And there's been talk about an excommunication. Just, you're... And so...
Specifically, what of the world are they concerned about?
It was a
The
lot...
philandering,
Correct.
The drinking,
Correct.
the
Well, and one other thing. While drinking one night, you were approached by
the magic mushrooms that I found in the
You were
forest.
approached by a pair of halflings who asked if you were interested in doing some special engagement work for an organization they're a part of
Special?
called the Golden Key. And you agreed to this while drinking and kind of regret your decision, but have been summoned to an appointment of a member of the Golden Key. And you're now waiting in the waiting room of a small 3-story building to have your first appointment with a member of the Golden Key.
So I pull out my little pouch of catnip.
Correct. Because you are nervous and you are strung
I am
out.
getting nervous, and I a little bit of pipe. He's a pipe smoker.
As you enter the lobby,
And start smoking.
you
catnip.
see a Tabaxi like yourself, which is rare, which is very rare, smoking catnip, which, as you know, having done time in prison, is often the sign of a degenerate Tabaxi.
To my people.
Right? You, when were released from prison, you knew that there was going to be a time in which you were going to be asked to do some favors for the family. You were recently approached to come to this building and meet with a member of the Golden Keys to start your payback for the service that you're obviously owed. Julie, loitering in the streets one day, cold, rainy, cloudy day, you see another Tabaxi hurrying across town. You follow them from rooftops, springing from rooftop to rooftop.
As I would.
As he enters a small 3-story building, you sneak in behind him.
Absolutely.
Seeing 2 other Tabaxis, you're shocked. What brings you to the Golden Key headquarters?
I got a message.
You got a message. So what happened was you were at a pawn shop trying to steal gems one day when someone grabbed your wrist and said, "A man of your skill should not be wasting them on petty theft," and invited you to join the Golden Keys. You have been doing some surveillance missions and some light thieving, right? You are a member of the Thieves Guild in great standing. The Thieves Guild has explained to you the importance of the Golden Keys within all of Faerun, and they've encouraged you, your handler in the Thieves Guild, to continue your association with the Golden Keys. So you've been staking out the Golden Key headquarters for the last 2 weeks. You see these Tabaxis entering the Golden Key building and rush in behind them. Everybody good?
Yeah.
I'm doing a random name, adventure party name for D&D. Worst Matters, Winter's Cabinet, Steady Hands, Sliced Bread, Cruel Touch,
Sliced bread?
Devil's Grin,
Well, we are thieves.
Doom Makers, or Doom Bringers.
Doombringers.
Doom Bringers?
Well, do you know my goddess Zaltar?
You want to be the Doom Bringers?
Zaltek?
Alright.
And we have a Doom Blade over
Yeah.
Gloom Blade? Gloom.
Gloom, but still. Which,
Oh, the
Stalker.
Gloom
the Gloom
Blade.
Stalker brings the Doom.
The Gloom Doom?
Alright.
The Doomy Gloomers?
Doom Bringers.
The Doom Bringers.
You're here.
And the funny part is while my god is the bringer of war, eater of hearts, I am a peace cleric.
Right, and this is, I mean, some
what?
of this...
It's very peaceful when everyone's dead.
And after the war is done, think of the peace and the serenity and just there's the chirping of the birds
That's
after
what
the
happens after
dead
Ragnarok.
of those slain
Yes.
on the field of battle.
That's what happens in Ragnarok, right? After like a big battle between the gods and creatures and all of man, after it's over, the earth freezes, and then after it, everyone lives in peace.
Exactly, and the blood of the enemies has fertilized the soils.
So we are fed for eternity.
So, being exposed to all these differing views, Brian, has further confused you on your spiritual path. So to say that you're in a point, like you're in one of those crisis moments in faith, right? You don't know which way to turn. And a life of crime seems like just about as good an option as anything else, right? You just need to find something.
Well, those people need to be exposed to my beliefs as well.
Oh, okay.
They're right for
Got it,
the,
got it.
right for the
Right, so as you're getting high on catnip in the lobby, you see 3 more Tabaxis appear as if by magic, as if you summoned them.
Do we have Julie
Julie.
and
Newmar.
Top card.
Top Car and Snow on the Mountain?
Snow on the Mountain.
There's going to be more snow actually tomorrow. They're getting dumped on. It's not even okay.
Well, my last name is actually Snow. So
Is it Snow?
Yeah.
The
So I saw Snow
roads
on
aren't
the
even
Mountain, I was
open yet
like,
in the mountains.
A woman enters the lobby. Please, come into this office.
Human woman?
Yes, Mira.
Gotcha.
Mira.
I am looking. Thank you. It was a Spanish joke. Mira means look in Spanish.
gold.
So, I mean,
She invites you into her office. It's a simple office.
I don't know Spanish. Sorry.
He's like Mira. And he's
I took
like-
Latin.
So, how do you say it?
I did take Latin.
So he's saying the girl. The funny part
Please,
is-
Brian, Latin jokes. So Mira invites you into her office. It's a plain office. There's a window overlooking the street. There is a bookshelf that has...
That should have been your god. Azul's right there.
Azul! You know what? Come to think of, I grew up with that. Azul has been growing on me.
You're switching?
No, I'm just saying growing on me. You know, I'm familiar with the pantheons, and I know the different, gods.
You don't
out
have to
there.
be a monotheist. I think there's too many monotheistic players, right? You could be a polytheistic cleric.
Hey, you know what? Zoltek was there when I needed him, when I got abandoned. He is my god. But Azul, there's a lot of it. It's showing up everywhere.
Right.
And has me more confused.
On the desk, there is a music box. It's an odd place for a helicopter to be. And Mira says, "Welcome to the Golden Keys. As some of our newest members, we're excited to have you participate in some of the incredible adventures the Golden Keys conduct throughout Faerun in an effort to keep people safe. We often do the dirty work so that others don't have to ensure the stability. You guys can each do a history check to see what you know about the Golden Keys, or the Golden Vault. I'm sorry, I keep calling them the Golden Keys. They're the Golden Vault.
What do we do? We roll?
D20, history.
I would have known the difference.
12.
18.
I don't know, what is it? You tell me the number.
There is no number.
No. Floor dice count. We have to come up with. Okay, so stop. How are we going to read
14.
that? I think we take the lowest number.
I saw 14.
Do we take the lowest number? Do we take what number we all see, or do we take the highest number? How do we?
If it's the highest number, it's 20. If it's the lowest number, it's 4. And if it was the number we all said we saw, it's 14.
Okay, so here's how we're. So cocked dice is not going to be a thing at this table.
Right.
If the die is cocked,
6.
we're not re-rolling anything. We're taking the cocked die, and you get to pick what the
kind of
number
dice?
is.
Okay. So
I'm saying cocked
pretty sure-
die.
pretty sure he's saying he's going to pick 20 then.
So you're going to take the 14, Brian?
Or the 20.
I defer to the DM ruling.
So the DM ruling is there's no re-rolling. If the die stops moving, then it has a number.
And it was like this.
Do we add proficiency goals?
It was like this.
Yes, to your history check.
So I got 20.
Are you
So it was
trained in
like that.
history?
Yeah, that was how it was.
Yeah. I remember.
14 it is.
So 14.
Right, so
No, I'm not. 18.
the rule at this table is if the die stops rolling, there is a number.
Alright.
And you're responsible for giving me that number. We're not re-rolling, we're not having cocked dice. That's
Go
it.
for
I
it.
have a question.
Floor dice count.
12.
So I rolled a 14 and
Okay.
my history thing is 2. That means I get a 16.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I
Correct.
got 16.
16. You're at an 18.
14 for him and 12 for me.
14 and 12. Okay, so you know, just because you've been kind of casing the Golden Vault for a while, that the Golden Vault, what Mira says is true. This organization is widespread, much larger than most people think. They are connected. Your family may have historical connection to them. You've been following up on some leads that says that one of your ancestors may have actually founded the Golden Vault and then been betrayed by the vault and murdered, setting off the darkness that you feel in your heart. You find a real chance that that's true, and kind of what your calling is. You also know that the Golden Vault, I mean, this surprises you, but it's some of the rumors that you've heard while in the Thieves Guild may be connected to metallic dragons. So there may be a metallic dragon background behind the Golden Vault.
They got gems.
You know that they're just some kind of crime organization. In prison, they're generally spoken of as being kind of goody-goodies. You know what I'm saying? They're not really willing to get the job done. You know, they don't come through in a pinch. They're not the kind of guys you want on your team, right? They overthink everything. They're always planning. They're not action-oriented, right? And they let people slide. So you don't have a lot of respect for them, but you're aware of them. Brian, you tell me what you know about the Golden Vault.
At a 14?
Correct.
I don't know. What do I know about the Golden Vault?
They
So,
exist.
Brian, you've heard, I mean, in your studies, you've heard all sorts of things. You've heard that they fund a lot of archaeological digs. You've heard that they rob universities, but you've also heard that they protect universities. So your education and background is once again confusing you, and you're unsure. Zoltek seems to indicate that these are manipulative forces that should not be trusted.
Was that a history check, too?
That was history. 14 on your history
I
check.
had 15 before.
Gotcha.
I got a question.
Ready.
Is Golden Vault more of just a secret society than it is a thieves guild?
Are you going to ask Mira this question, or who are you asking?
I'll ask Mira this question. Is this more of like a thieves guild, or is this more of a society of secret peoples? Just wanting their interests to, you know.
It's a great question. We are not a Thieves Guild. I feel that you are a member of the Thieves Guild based on your attire. And the fact that you've been following us
Goddamn no, I mean, no, I haven't been following you.
She glares at all of you.
That wasn't funny.
But we're more a collection of operatives designed to be deployed to specific missions. And the four of you seem to
Yeah, I was
have
thinking the same thing.
the four of you seem to have complementary skill sets that we feel may be required soon to carry out missions within the city. Any questions? So here, please take this box and prepare to be and wait to be contacted.
Any idea about how long?
What's in the box?
It's a music box.
Good one.
It has a large keyhole on the top, and it opens up and it's got a set of drawers that are empty. You could investigate it further.
I think there's a false bottom or there's something kind of
Okay.
iffy about this box.
Do you want to search it now, or do you want to wait till you get it out of here?
Well, I'd like
She's
to
kind
get
of
it-
dismissing you at
I'd
this
like to
point.
get it out of her sight.
Okay.
I asked her if there's any timetable when they're contacting us.
So missions are generally assigned when we become aware of them. So the Golden Vault, unfortunately, doesn't. I mean, we do have some long-term projects, but generally, particularly for newer operatives, it'll be very short notice. Any questions for your handler, Mira?
I'm looking. So what does the music box play again?
Mira Rahier.
What does the music box play? Can you hum it?
The Black Parade.
Widow, my green tambourine.
All right.
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance?
Correct.
It plays Wonderwall. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Welcome to the Black Parade. I'm
Correct.
getting for it 1 second.
Oh, so that's the actual song, though. Can I...
Can you hear it?
It's playing right now, right?
Correct. It doesn't have the singing part.
That's me, I bust out.
It's just this piano part, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if it's just the piano part, can I maybe do a history to see if the song means anything?
Correct.
Alright. Ah, damn it, that doesn't do anything. That's an 8.
You don't recognize this song at all.
Yeah,
You don't
that makes sense.
recognize this song. All right, you guys leave here. You got interacting amongst yourself, filling each other in on your character background,
Yeah.
sharing all of this kind of stuff.
I figure we'll go to a tavern or something.
Okay, head to a
Catch
tavern.
up, Right?
Of course. Do they have catnip there?
Oh.
I go...
Go in, I'd like a bowl of your finest milk.
Yes. Did you ever watch Alien Nation? That sci-fi show where the aliens drink spoiled milk, and the spoiled milk was their drink of choice.
No.
I think so.
I don't remember.
It was such a good sign, and they had the movie first. It was called Alien Nation, and then they had the TV
Actually, I
show.
think I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember.
Actually ever watching it?
No, I think I saw an episode. I just can't remember who was in it.
Yeah, it was a 1988 film. I
think I watched the show.
And then there was a TV series as well based on it. And the movie, who was in it? James Caan, Mandy Patinkin. So, A-listers were in it. And then the TV show had...
I think that's who I remember.
Yeah. And it was the same thing. That's what the aliens looked like.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that head.
And it was like it was a detective TV
I do
show.
remember that
right?
now.
Yeah, I remember that now.
V?
That head, I
What's
have
that?
seen
Is
that.
it V?
Alien Nation. It was
Oh,
different.
yeah,
from-
yeah.
Where and they were like the slave race
Yeah,
from this.
it's not
the,
good.
the ship landed, and like the overlords of the ship were nowhere to find, and the only people that were on the ship were like the slave class, and they all came down to Earth, and obviously
Integrated.
Yeah, it was a metaphor for just illegal aliens, and it was a really good, thoughtful movie and TV show. I thought.
TV show is better than the movie, right? Isn't that true on that one?
I don't recall.
TV show is though. Okay, so as you walk into the tavern, right, together in full jocularity, it is kind of rainy and cloudy, so it's perfect weather, right? It's a good day. It's a good day for some day drinking. Another halfling who was kind of sitting at a table near the door kind of looks over at you guys as you walk in with kind of this like popped up awareness. Is like 3 Tabaxi, and it is unusual. Tabaxi are still kind of rare here. and immediately starts leaving the restaurant, like the bar, the tavern. Heading out, she drops a note in your pocket as she walks by. And she's then disappearing out the door.
The only thing that from what...
Alright, anyone else want to read this?
Absolutely. Hope it's not in Dwarvish.
There's something at the
Did
back.
you not take Dwarvish?
There's something in the back. There's something on the back. I see it. You want to turn it around? I did not notice that. I just opened it up.
Let's just go to the stone tower. That'd be kind of funny.
You wanna go
Check it out? Let's just go to the stone tower.
There's both sides.
Starts on the other side.
Wait, I'm feathered. This is to me.
Well, she handed it to me. That's racist. She saw
All
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi look alike.
She wouldn't hand it to the black tobacco.
I hand it to the short, stubby one. We're not helping her now. We don't help Nazis.
Feather. Who's Feather? I am Feather.
Yeah, I'm top card.
Why did you gotta hand it to me?
Because I'm important.
Because he, no,
You're gonna hand notes in class?
no, he is short and stubby. She was a halfling. They're on the same level.
Saying it's heightist? You're accusing...
Yeah, I mean I'm 6'3", so yeah.
It
I'm
happens.
gonna talk shit all the time about shorter people. Anybody under 6 foot to me is short.
Brian, with advantage, I guess... Oh, it's very easy. With advantage, history, I guess, or insight, or any of those kinds of skills.
Oh shit.
Let's see what I got here. Insight's +4.
Yeah.
And that's 15.
A 15 is more than enough. You know that Dr. Casey Donnell, the author of that note, is a brilliant academic who you were lucky enough give 2 lectures at Varkin Bluff Academy. She's generally not on campus. She's generally in the field. She presents herself in your department as an expert in archaeology, but in listening to her lecture, you were easily able to determine that her real wisdom and knowledge is on matters of the occult. She has like clever wisdom about, you know, like the Illuminati, occult issues, things related to the far realms, you know, stuff that you read when you were an undergraduate, smoking dope and watching Star Trek. She's the professor that you relate, I mean, she speaks your language. But she's considered to be one of the best professors on campus. Everyone tries to get into her seminars, but she only gives like 1 a year. You've never taken one of her courses, but you are familiar with her work.
Gotcha. And how do you spell Varkin Bluff?
The academy is VARKENBLUFF. Varkin Bluff.
Academy, Varkin Bluff Academy?
Varkin Bluff University, generally. But it is like one of the top 3 schools in the Forgotten Realms. It's a very good university.
What town is it in again?
It's in Varkin Bluff, which is a no-name town. It's kind of like
Varkin Bluff University. Varkin Bluff.
Varkin Bluff State and County.
Varkin Bluff City, Varkin Bluff County.
Was it Brandis University? Like, it's one of those like schools in Vermont, you know, where it's kind of out in the sticks, but it's got all the rich kids going there and some really impressive academics. But it's
Dartmouth.
Yeah, it's not a state school, right? It's a private university that's been around forever.
Understood.
Which may have ties to the military-industrial complex. You've been looking into this. There are faculty members who are definitely connected to your family. And a lot of kids that are, you know, out on parole and stuff get enrolled by their rich families to keep them out of trouble. Heading to the bar to order a drink, the bartender hands you a golden key. Now, each player should have a piece of paper and a pencil, and you now need to draw a picture of the key for me. The key has to have 2 features. it has to have the key-like part, you know, with like the teeth and the key part, and then on the, you know, the part that isn't the teeth key part, the round part, the part on the back, it needs to have kind of an egg-like shape with teeth emerging from it.
An egg-like shape?
With teeth emerging from it.
Like human teeth?
You mean the part that you hold? And
Correct.
And you actually
Correct.
Like
There's
teeth, like canines or teeth.
there's
like
a
teeth.
strange logo kind of on that part that is a egg-like shape with teeth emerging from it.
Like animal teeth? Or teeth in a gear? You're like, yes.
This is each player is going to draw one, and we're going to vote on which one you get. So there's no, you don't have to do well. Just, you know, a key with teeth and teeth.
That's a drawing.
Oh, you nailed it. No, that's exactly what it looks like. That's my vote already. And if you hand me something with a bat logo on it and only do bat logos for the rest of the adventure, I'm going to give you a disadvantage for the entire campaign.
Do it.
Make it.
Thank you, Brian.
What are the odds? Am I going to do it?
I also suck at drawing. Like I'm really bad.
Like you have that?
Oh, okay. So the party gets to pick. You've got this one. We're gonna call that 1. You've got this one.
John's character and Cody's character, and say you guys are all wet.
2. Call this one 3. Much smaller, kind of jaggedy teeth in there. And 4 teeth around the outside of the key.
That would be painful, it seems like.
Yeah.
I choose that one.
4?
Well, because it would be hard to, I mean, it just seems it's special enough that you're not going to use it every day because it's going to hurt you as you...
I like 2.
2?
Yeah, like 2.
2? You could tie the voting.
I'm going to 2.
You're going to go 2.
2's alright.
All right, so 2 is the winner. Brian, congratulations. So the bartender, as you guys order your... So this guy gets handed a note. You guys, you know, you're thirsty, right? You continue to the bar. The bartender gives you a look, a quick wink, and slides a key across the bar when you order. You look at the key. It looks like it would fit directly into the music blocks that you just received.
Alright. Well, I'll put it in my pocket.
Got it?
We'll get our drinks.
Get
and
some
we'll
drinks.
Back to the. We'll try to get one in the corner somewhere at the
Yep,
table.
where the halfling there's one right by the door, kind of well secluded.
And then we'll see if the key opens it.
Right. You also have that note, so you guys
Yeah.
can talk about that as well.
Right. Is there a window nearby the door?
Do you want there to be a window near the door?
I would like to look out while they open it up.
There is a window near the door. It's a dark, thin window because you're kind of in a seedy bar. No, it's more like an undergraduate bar.
This is the Sage's Quill.
The Sage's Quill. What kind of windows do they have at the Sage's Quill? I initially was thinking kind of like long, skinny windows, but that doesn't seem like a college bar, really.
No, but Sage's Quill.
You think so? Okay, yeah, so it's like long, thin windows all along the outside of the bar.
I was thinking like, yeah, I think like arrow slits
Okay,
and
arrow
castles.
slits. Arrow slits and castles.
Without like they're not angled, but
right.
that's the
That's
motif.
style. That's style. Yeah, that's the Sage's Quill for sure. And you guys did get nachos, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just making sure.
Right, so I would grab a chair and then get out of it and just look through the window and signal to the rest of y'all to open up. I'm gonna make
Who
sure
wants to open it?
we're good.
My character's motivation is just to fail.
Can we inspect it for traps?
The box itself?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't have a great investigation, so does
My
anybody?
investigation is -1.
Mine's 0.
I got investigation.
All right, then you will.
Proficiency.
Then you will investigate it
Okay.
because I have a 0. I'm not.
I just don't know how it all works. So I got a 19 on that roll,
Yeah.
and then I got,
On to the winery.
I don't know what I got. I get wisdom, just +2.
21?
21.
All right, so you take this music box, and you already had some thoughts that there might be trapdoors underneath it or something
No,
special.
investigation's intelligence. What's your intelligence?
Investigation is intelligence? It's also 14. So it's,
Yeah, it still don't matter. So 21.
So you're pulling it. There's little legs. You know, you're twisting and turning and dialing. It doesn't appear to have any special keyhole, music box thing to turn the music box.
alright.
pretty standard, right?
Alright, well, I have the
Not-
key. Do you want to do it, or you want me to do it in case it is?
It does remind you of something that you've seen in your family's summer home. They had a very similar music box.
Interesting.
And you've seen one of these in the warden's prison. There was a similar type of music box. You just are kind of remembering this, that the warden had one
After
as
he
well.
hands it to me and I start looking at it, I'm
Yeah,
like,
like, you saw it on the shelf in the warden's office.
I'll
when
open
you
it.
went discharged. You open the music box and you start playing Black Parade. There's a keyhole on the top. You put the key in the keyhole on the top, and immediately a voice rings out from the thing.
Whoa.
Greetings, operatives! The Golden Key has learned that the egg of an eldritch horror has been mistaken for a historical object and is about to go on display at the Varken Bluff Museum of Natural History. The anthropologist, Dr. Casey Dannell, tried to warn officials about this egg, known as the Murkmire Stone, but none believed her. We do, and we know that if this egg hatches, many will die or worse. This quest, should you choose to undertake it, requires you to infiltrate the museum, steal the egg, and return it to Dr. Dannell, who will neutralize it. There's no time to waste. The egg could hatch at any moment. Start by meeting with Dr. Dannell. Good luck, operatives.
I can't drive.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, what were those three things that we needed to do?
Closing the thing, when you the thing starts talking, so you just kind of click the lid back closed.
Yeah.
The key that you had placed in the top disappears.
What were the things that we needed to do? There was step by step.
Yeah, so the key has now disappeared. So meet with Dr. Casey Dannell.
Who I know, she taught me.
Okay. Infiltrate the museum.
Infiltrate.
Steal the egg. Give her the egg, and she'll neutralize it.
Get in, get out. Simple.
Yeah.
And the egg is currently, evidently, in the Varken Bluff Museum of Natural History. So it's in the Natural History Museum.
Is that related to the university?
It is. It is. So give me a quick history check.
History? Awesome. +1. 7.
I'll try. 3.
You paid less attention in school than he did.
Yeah, I got a 9.
So your family, of course, has donated quite a bit and generally attends galas at the museum on a fairly regular basis. In fact, as he starts giving some kind of background on the
Used to go as a
museum,
child.
you notice while you're looking at the museum that the museum is actually directly across the street from where you're currently sitting. You are in the kind of college part of town. This Quill bar is a college bar. Or no, you're not in the Sage's Quill. You're supposed to meet her at the Sage's Quill. You're at a different bar, but you know that the Sage's Quill is nearby.
Okay.
Okay.
This bar does not have a name. What is the name of
Wait
this
till
bar?
you all meet this Dr. Casey gal. I don't know if you've heard of her. She was teaching at my university. She is one of the best. Knows her stuff. People were just, think of Indiana Jones, but a woman.
Right.
The men were fawning over her, going to office hours.
Have you created?
But she's not seen as a rebel in the like. Your understanding that she was talking about occult stuff. She's seen as like a rigorous academic with a very good reputation. She's called in to consult a lot, right?
Indy was.
Yeah, but he kind of had an edge. He kind of broke the rules. She's not a rule breaker, to your knowledge.
A whip and a gun.
Yeah, you've never seen her with a whip. You, on the other hand,
Hey now.
Miss Julie Newmar. Okay.
Anyone think about the new Indiana Jones movie?
No.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You also, as a family that is connected with everybody, you know that Dr. Casey Dannell is from a very established family, and they're not like your family. Your family's kind of global, but they're a regionally relevant family.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of donations at the university.
The Vanderbluff area.
Right, they've contributed a lot to the university. They have, like, her father founded the English department, right? They've been around for a little while. Or the Orcish department, excuse me. The study of Orcish poetry, it's powerful.
The history of the language, it's pretty intense.
I imagine.
Origins, when it split
You
from Goblin.
also know that the museum, as you're looking at the museum, you know that there are lots of shiny gems in that museum, and you've dreamed of stealing gems from that museum since you were a small cat.
I mean, yeah.
Cub.
Since you were a
Shiny,
kitten.
shiny,
Small kitten.
shiny.
Right.
Can I
No.
can I maybe like do a history check that if we're gonna be taking on this mission for the what's they called again, the Golden
Vault.
The Golden Vault, they have a kind of a bit of a reputation. Would they get mad if I maybe decide to tactically acquire some gems for my personal benefit?
As a member of the Thieves Guild, you feel that it would be your responsibility
Yeah.
to steal some additional gems.
But also, this is a very prestigious collective.
You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care. All right,
You are still more connected to the Thief Guild. That's your bread and butter. This is just a side kind of operation that you're investigating, and your handlers within the Thieves Guild has encouraged you to find out more information about the Golden Vault. The Thieves Guild sees them as kind of a competing organization.
So you're almost like a mole. So you wouldn't care if you pissed them off.
Okay.
Or, I mean, it would be kind of depend, but yeah, you wouldn't...
Well, you wouldn't outrightly do it on purpose, but
Yeah.
if it accidentally happened,
That
you or
wouldn't
your
care.
people wouldn't be heartbroken about it.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. So, heading over to the Sage's Quill, unless you guys want to do anything else here.
Sage's Quill.
Yeah. Let's.
You guys are on a pub crawl. You enter the Sage's Quill. Soft light reveals mahogany furniture and luxurious carpets. A few genteel patrons murmur in the lounge. You soon notice a purple hooded figure tucked into a corner booth. Dr. Nell gestures you to sit. You notice lines of worry etched into her normally cheerful face. Thank you for coming so quickly. A few weeks ago, I attended a dig in the Murkmire that unearthed a furrowed light green stone. I'll give you all the details, but the bottom line is that it isn't a stone at all. The egg is in fact an eldritch horror. Moreover, my research indicates it'll hatch at midnight tonight. Trouble is, no one will listen to me. The university ignored me, and I was caught trying to steal the egg from the museum so I could contain it. Now I've been fired. The Murkmire stone is on display in the museum, and it opens tomorrow, and the egg is about to hatch. Tonight, you have got to steal the Murkmire stone and bring it back so I can save the city.
How'd you get caught?
That stone is an egg.
The stone is an egg.
How'd you get caught?
A large green gemstone.
Furrowed.
What's it going to hatch into?
A ginormous, energy-consuming eldritch horror.
I saw her dragon.
Teeth everywhere. Both cogs and mammal teeth. It is a creature of nightmares from the plane of Avernus in which somehow metallic objects in a kind of Phyrexian bond have been blended together with natural undead elements to create a single creature which will enlarge every bit of energy it consumes, destroying not only the block and the museum, but countless lives. I tell you, it's a terror the likes of which we've never seen. Sure, she's excited and animated, and maybe on something.
Does she have any suggestions?
You might want to hit her with a little bit of the catnip, because she seems to be getting a little worked up.
Oh, I hit her all right. Sometimes you gotta slap her around a little bit when they get a little unruly. Who said that?
National Women's Day.
So, does she know a way to infiltrate the museum?
Well, luckily for you, I've spent... Before I tried to sneak in and get the egg, which was 2 days ago, when they first brought the egg to the museum from the dig site, rather than listening to me and leaving it at the dig site, where even though we'd unearthed it, we could still probably contain it with several components that I've been rigorously working to study and they moved it here without any protection whatsoever, and so I burst in and tried to steal it. While there, though, I was able to quickly review the security and the building, and I've drawn up this quick map for you, which might give you a better understanding of what's going on tonight.
I don't like when you get confused. It's like a Crips in the Bloods thing. Man, the voice in my head would love it here.
Is it an Allosaurus? So I'm familiar. I grew up in that neighborhood where they had the Allosaurus.
I see it. It's in the top right here.
Alda Arkin, the museum curator, is a fool and refuses to listen to reason.
Yeah, he's been dead for a while.
Where's what we're looking for? It's kind of in the top right.
Somewhere here.
Yeah.
Murkmire stone here.
As my compatriot has said, how did you get caught? Is there tight security?
Well, the security is not that tight. There's 12 guards plus the museum curator that are generally within the building. At night, there's probably fewer staff members. Unfortunately, tonight there's a gala opening. It is a formal affair, and so I've spent the last day collecting costumes for you to disguise yourself as nobility. And she slides a bag across the thing. This is a mysterious magical device. It is a bag of holding within which you will find very, very appropriate costumes to wear to the gala. And here are 4 tickets, which will get you into the event as well.
So, perfect. Is that the best approach, though?
I was thinking maybe you went to the university. You come from a very prestigious family. You two should go in formally. You and me should maybe go in a different way. Maybe disguise. You guys go in, get the egg navy while we secure an exit route, and then we also provide information from up on the roof, second floor maybe.
Well,
I was thinking the roof.
I was thinking the roof too, because it says in the room where the stone might be, it says that stairs to the attic are right there. If there's windows or access on the roof to the attic, we could easily go in and get it or leave that way.
Does she have any experience with the roof and coming in from the attic?
I do not. I do not. I went in through the front door. The gala starts tonight at 8 o'clock and ends at 10 p.m. The horror will emerge at midnight.
And what time is it now?
What time is the sunset?
2. Sun goes down 6.
So we have 6 until 11 to get it. I mean, assuming we're going in at night.
Well, I'll need you to bring... I'm going to need at least an hour to protect it from hatching. I have to create a very specific shell of incredibly powerful arcane weave to encase it in its original state so that the horror does not emerge.
What is the construction of the roof? Is it wood? Is it thatching? Is it stone? Is it, clay tiles?
Give me just a second. I was not anticipating that question.
We're off script.
Did not take long.
Yeah, where are the stairs to the basement?
Well, I only was able to map out the areas I had access to, so my map may not contain all the areas within the building.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I like going in from the attic, though. Finding a way to the roof. Yeah, we can climb the walls.
What
get up
kind
to
of, is it all, is it going to be humans at this gala? Or who's going to be here?
That's a good question.
Are we going to stand out like, a bunch of cats and a litter of puppies?
The roof is actually made of brick.
Brick roof?
A brick roof.
We can sink our claws into like the ground.
And the walls? Is there any way into the attic? I mean, we can drill into brick or...
No, there's a window in the attic.
Oh, there is?
Right here.
Yeah.
You may look like those guys.
There's a window in the attic?
Yeah.
Well, it has a question mark. Attic window question mark. Access
We
to
can
roof
make it a window.
So we go up there and kind of, have you seen those things that cut the glass out and then we out?
We have we don't need the thing. We have nails. We're Tabaxi, yo.
I want to go in from the roof, that window.
Yeah. We can even do it. We can do it at 6 before it even starts.
Exactly.
But
what time does the museum close? For all normal?
I think the museum is going to close around 6 to prepare for the gala. They have to get the guests out. They will probably be setting up some snacks and other treats in the lower floors where the party will be held. And then upstairs they'll probably do some special curation for the exhibit.
We're at time.
But during the gala, we can walk around everywhere, right?
Well, so as a member of the family that has been to these events in the past, generally that's true. Generally they'll have kind of a reception downstairs, and then they'll have special screenings, generally at a specific time. There'll be like a lecture or something like that. They'll move all the guests upstairs, they'll do a lecture maybe for half an hour, and then they'll let everybody go.
Sure.
So if we do it too soon, they'll notice it's gone when we if we take it. So I don't know if she cares about that.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like I may be being watched because they do know that I did attempt to steal the stone earlier this week.
Right.
That's a killer shirt, man. That
What
is
is the
so
shirt? Oh,
freaking
it's
good. Are they always that good?
I don't. This is the first one I thought was good enough to buy.
Can I keep
You've
this?
been to multiple PAXs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been to
Thank
PAX West a couple times and PAX Unplugged I think 3 times now.
You know Alan?
No.
You can keep that.
Like
No,
a
Brian
D&D
can-
player named Alan. He goes every year too.
Oh.
What is
We need to introduce you to Alan.
He goes to
Alan
PAX
makes
every year,
airplanes.
too.
So it's the Penny Arcade Expo.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them? No, 4 of them. There's one up in Seattle. There's one in somewhere on the East Coast. There's one in Philadelphia, which is only about board games and RPGs. And there's one in Texas. The other 3 are more like video games.
But it's a huge gaming convention. Dave, you and I went to that movie once where
That's a chair that'll
what's
stay.
it called?
Acquisitions Incorporated in the theater.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
They're gonna have a new TV show. They're restarting the whole series.
Like TV or
Yeah, like a YouTube show.
now that was real.
Did you ever see their show about picking the next great cartoonist?
No.
You're right.
It's on YouTube. They did a reality show where they Penny Arcade, where they moved cartoonists that had like web comics into a house and had them do like a reality show competition to see which one of them was like the best cartoonist, and it is unbelievably great. 2 of the cartoonists have total emotional meltdowns, freakouts,
What, really?
like next level crazy. 2 of them are like so good at art it scares me. Like they brought together the best cartoonists